before Rosh Chodesh Adar Bet. So we are already a little bit drunk. So we want to speak about Purim. Why do I want to speak about Purim with you? Like if it was because the Megillah, you know, after we learn this Torah, so I look on the Megillah with the glasses of this Torah. You know, how did we come to this Torah? Because we learned Resh Pei Bet. So I told you, wow, we must go to Nun Dalet. Nun Dalet is just exactly for Resh Pei Bet, but we didn't get there. You know, to the point where Resh Pei Bet needs Nun Dalet, we didn't get there. You know, how long we were here?
Oh, I don't know, about 4 months.
4 months? Yeah? And we didn't get there. We didn't get there. So now I don't see the Megillah with the eyes of Resh Pei Bet. I see it with the glasses of Nun Dalet. So I'll tell you what you can see. What is the point of the Megillah? So I can cut the Megillah to 3 parts. The first part is you know the preparation for the Yeshua. That's the first part. Yeah, there's the big party that Achashverosh makes, so everybody can come to this party, the best party in the world. And then in the party, Haman gives the idea to kill Vashti, and then they collect all the girls, and then Esther comes to the palace of Achashverosh, and then Mordechai sits next to the gate to find out what's going to be with Esther. So when he sits there, he hears these 2 gods speaking and saying, let's kill Achashverosh. And then he says to Esther, and Esther says, Mordechai told me that they want to kill you. They check it, they find out. That's it. This is the part where now we have the Yeshua in our hands. Yeah? Okay. Now let's make some problems for Israel. Yeah? So Haman becomes the big minister, and then he makes this gzera to kill all the Jews, men, women, kids, everybody, just kill them. No chance, you know. I don't want you to convert. I don't want you to change. I want you dead. That's how I want. That's how I want you. Then everybody is fasting and is crying and so on. And then it's the Yeshua. Yeah, how do you say Yeshua? Salvation. There is salvation, but salvation takes time. There's the time that it's building. You know, Esther becomes the queen. She calls Haman for the party, for the small party, only Achashverosh and there. Then Achashverosh gets worried, you know, maybe they want to kill me. Why did she call him? What's going on? And then he comes to the Chatzer, and the Jews make a fast. And you don't see it. Like now, if something happens, yeah, in the White House, we don't know about it. You know, something happened in between there. We don't have anything about it. Just then it happened. In one day, suddenly, you know, we have a salvation, everything is okay. Now, the Jews, okay, so this is the second part of the Geulah. Now, how did it come? Why? First of all, why did we have this gzera? What did we do? So one say that because we went to the party. Okay, we went to the party, but it was all kosher, you know. And who said not to go? Only Mordechai. Only Mordechai. There was the 70 Sanhedrin. They didn't say not to go. Only Mordechai said. And who is Mordechai? He's the Saramashkim. He's the guy that is going to be there, you know. He's the head, one of the head officers of this party. And he said, no, don't go. I'm going, but you don't go, So, what do you want from me? And then I went there, and it was all kosher, everything was okay. What's so wrong about it? Okay, it's wrong, it's not nice,
The kelim from the Beit HaMikdash they were using?
The kelim of the Beit HaMikdash, I didn't know it beforehand, I went there, and then they took out. So what should I do? Get up and walk away and insult the king? And he will kill me? What should I do? It's not Yarek Val Yavor. It's not Gilui Arayot, it's not Shfichut Damim, and not Avodah Zarah. And everybody was crying. The Midrash says that when they took out the kelim of the Beit HaMikdash, everybody was crying. So, what's so wrong about it? What did they do? The second idea, why was this punishment? Because we bow to the Tzelem of Nebuchadnezzar. That he made a big statue, and everybody had to bow, and everybody bowed except for Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. That they didn't bow, and then he threw them to the fire, and they were saved. But also there, we didn't do it like an Avodah Zarah. We did it from fear of the king. But we didn't believe in this statue, We didn't believe Hashem. We didn't become a servant of this statue or anything else. We stayed Jews. So, what is so wrong? What did we do so wrong? What was so bad? This is the questions. I don't want to answer these questions. But. In our Torah, what we learned about the imagination. And we said that the power of imagination, Rabbi Nachman said, this is the new name of the Yetzer Hara. In the Gemara, it has 7 names. Stone, bad, Rasha, evil, Now I give him a new name. What is the new name? Imagination. In the Megillah, we have a new way that Hashem gives us for the rest of the time of the Galut. It's before the Binyan of Beit HaMikdash, before they build the Beit HaMikdash, already Hashem gives us a new way. We're not going to have any more prophets, not any more Ruach HaKodesh, not any more changing of the nature, but in nature, I'm going to show you miracles. No, by accident, Achashverosh killed Vashti. And only by accident, he took Esther, he took 1,000 other girls, And only by Mikre, by accident, Mordechai heard these 2 guys. Only by accident, the king couldn't sleep. And then only by accident, it opened on this event of Mordechai telling that, and he asked, did anybody pay him anything? Did we give him anything? So he said, no, we didn't give anything. Why? It's only by accident. He forgot to give him some, you saved the king. So you have to pay, you have to get paid something. No, he didn't give it. It's strange, Everything happened by accident. And then comes the salvation. This is the new miracles, the new way of miracles that we starting from the time of the Megillah. So this is our Torah. What do we learn here in this Torah? To look. The main point is to look. Keep your heart clean when you look. If you can keep your mouth clean, wow, it's a very big thing. It's the highest. Someone said if we keep the Chafetz Chaim like Breslev, okay, the Geula is here. Be crazy on the Chafetz Chaim like the Breslev is crazy to go to Uman. You'll make it. Or like the Breslev learn Resh Pei Bet. We'll make it. We'll do it because this is the reason that the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because we couldn't keep our mouth.
Right.
So this is what we learn. We learn, the imagination is built from what I take the picture, what I keep the picture in my memory, and what I take out when I see. Like if someone did something really bad, he hurt me really bad. When he speaks to me, what kind of picture do I have in my head? If I remember the pain that I felt when he hurt me, anything he will say, everything he will say is wrong, is not nice, is not. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't look at him. Why? Because I have this picture in my memory, in my imagination. He's living again whatever I felt at the time. So what the Torah tells us, forget it. Forget it. Forgive him. Forget it. Don't make another time any business with him. Don't be fool. Don't be stupid again. If he fooled you like in business. This is not my job, but okay, it's gone. I forgot. Everything is okay. He's another Jewish like all the rest of the Jews, and I'm commanded to love the Jews and love him like everyone else. This is how do we learn to look. Now let's look at Mordechai. The Zohar says in Parashat Vayelech, it says, "Yesh mispeh belo mishpat." There's people that are getting killed without judgment. It's not their time. They didn't do anything wrong.
It happens all the time.
It happens all the time? How do you know?
You can see, look around.
No, you don't know. Only Hashem knows if it's without mishpat or not.
His mishpat.
Yeah, but it says without his mishpat.
Yeah, his mishpat.
Not without judgment of the like it says, if someone killed in accident and he wasn't judged for it, so Hashem will kill him in another way. He will make the judgment. But here it says without judgment. It's not his time. He didn't do anything wrong that he is supposed to be killed. Everything is okay.
What about children who aren't chayav?
Huh?
What about children who were killed?
It's cheshbon of they have what they did in the other Gilgulim that were here. I cannot see if it's with a mishpat or not. For me, I show you here in this law. It's amazing. Who is this guy that is getting killed without mishpat? So he says there's a woman and every man and woman, they are arranged from Hashem. But it didn't come the time that they will get married. But she has to get married now. So someone else marries her. And then after 10 or 15 years, her real husband has to take her. So Hashem kills this first man. So the second man, that this is his woman, can take her. So Rabbi Elazar asked Rabbi Shimon, why does Hashem kill him? He can make some problems and they get divorced and the other man will... he says the worst thing for a man is to see his wife with somebody else. That's the worst thing can happen to a man. So that's why the Rachamim, the mercy of Hashem, is to kill this man, and then he doesn't see that his wife is getting taken by another man. What happened in the Megillah?
Took Mordechai's wife.
Esther has been taken to Achashverosh.
Yeah.
What does Mordechai does? Goes next to the palace.
Make sure she's okay.
Esther, you're keeping kashrus, you're keeping Shabbos, everything is okay with you. He's taking care of her. The worst thing has happened to him. Nothing worse can happen. That's what the Zohar says. It's the worst thing. Nothing. Oh. No. Hashem did this thing. I know that Hashem did this thing. And I have to look what is going on, what is happening here. Yeah, and this is what we learn also in this Torah. We said that when Israel came out of Egypt with all these big miracles and the Yam Suf miracles, everything was in big miracles. What happened? They complained. There's no water. There's no meat. There's no. They complain. And it doesn't say. It says, "Vayaminu b'Hashem u'Moshe avdo." This is after Kriyat Yam Suf. They believe in Hashem and that Moshe is his servant. After Ma'amad Har Sinai, what does it says? Okay? אתה הוראת לדעת כי השם הוא אלוקים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. It wasn't say after Yam Suf, only after Matan Torah. In Matan Torah, the time of Matan Torah. This is the time it would say. Why? What's the difference? When you believe because of miracles, you get the miracle. How do you get it? How do you see the miracle? With your eyes, with your ears, with the senses. Who's the balabait of the senses to translate them to the seichel? The dinyon, the imagination. The seichel doesn't know anything of this world. He has to get the translation of the imagination. And the imagination, what the Sefer Abrit says, he's a liar. If you don't look good, he's a liar. You know, he's trying to cheat you. Yeah? That's what he's trying to do. So even that I saw such a big miracle, 1 minute later it was like, you know, the scientist says, you know, just on the time there was an earthquake and Israel went through the sea, and then there was another earthquake, and then the Egyptian, well, if it was so, you know, it's a big miracle by itself, you know. No, it's an accident. No, I don't have to say that God did it, you know. There's God, and I'm obligated. I have to do something to. Right. And but in Matan Torah, אתה הוראת לדעת. Hashem showed straight to the da'at, straight to the sechel, without the senses.
Imagination.
Yeah, without the senses and without needing the imagination. And this is the it's not that I believe, I know. Like David HaMelech says, כי אני ידעתי כי גדול השם. Yitro says the same. He said, כי אני ידעתי. He doesn't say I believe, he says I know. I know Hashem. So each one of us, you know, it's a big madrega to come to. I know Hashem is here. I know it that He's here. If we before davening, you know, we say, I know Hashem is here. I know Hashem is here.
You say it.
Huh?
You say it when you put on your tefillin.
נכון, you say, but you hear what you say.
Yeah, right.
You understand what you say.
Right.
You live what you say. If we would live like we feel it, you know, Hashem is here. We look different. When we learn and we, you know, Hashem is here. Really, He's the balabait here now. So our life is different. And this is what we see in Mordechai. Mordechai says, Hashem, I know it's from Hashem. Mordechai is one of the two that Hashem gave them a clue and they caught it. You know, one of them was David. Yeah, when he was keeping the sheep. Yeah, so the lion came and he fight and he killed him. And then what was a bear? Yeah, a bear. Yeah, and he killed them both. And then when there was the Goliath, so he knew, that's why Hashem showed it to me. That I can beat him also.
I can overcome.
He's 3 meters high. How can you fight this kind of thing? How can you fight it?
He was a young boy.
He was a young boy. He was more 25. He wasn't like 16 years old. But he wasn't so tall, you know. 3 meters, you know, and I don't know how 2 meters high.
It's a small target.
Huh?
David was a smaller target.
Yeah. But he knew if I could fight the lion, that why did Hashem bring me to this situation? To show me the main point. The same Mordechai understood. If Esther, she's a tzaddiket, and I am a tzaddik, I know I'm a tzaddik. Yeah? And this happened to us, there must be something here. And that's why he goes every day to see what's going to be here. What is cooking here? Yeah? And then he start thinking, why? What is happening? Why I'm getting punished for? Maybe it's because of the Suda. So it wasn't so good, but what do I show if all the Jews go to the Goyish party? What do we show? We are like you, we're the same. Jews and non-Jews, it's just the same. And the history proves, when the Jewish want to be like the Goyim, there's a problem, you are my people, like any father, is not giving his kids to the neighbors. They're good guys, I like them, they're okay, we're saying hello, maybe we even make business together, everything is okay. But I'm not giving my kids to someone else. So we live in this world, there are Jews and there are non-Jews, all kinds of them. We can do all kinds of things, you can go to India and bring precious stones, or to Africa and bring precious stones, or to all over the world, Jews make business all over the world. And they meet everybody and they smile and they're polite to everybody and everything is okay. I have a friend, this is my example, he's a big businessman. He has a lot of money and he goes everywhere he goes, and he has to sit with people and eat with people. And it's a problem for him to eat. He cannot eat with them. So every time he brings cans, how do you say?
Canned goods.
Yeah, cans, in cans, and they sit in a restaurant and he opens the can. And put it in this. He brings a plastic. Okay. He cannot eat with them. He has a problem. Yeah? But I cannot look from outside that everything is okay. I am a different person. I had a friend, he told me also how he made tshuva, the beginning of his tshuva. And he said it's a big miracle. He was hitchhiking in Europe, and he passed through Germany, and a guy took him for a ride, and he started like teasing him, you are Jewish. He told him, I'm from Israel. He said, I didn't know what does it mean to be Jewish. I was born in the kibbutz. I grew up without any Torah. I'm Israeli. What does it have to do with being Jewish? I'm Israeli, like you're German. I'm Israeli. What's the difference? But this German knew that he's Jewish. There's no jokes. He's Jewish. So he started teasing him and going like this, and suddenly he says to me, we passed a big field, and the field was with I don't know with what field, field, and in the middle of the field there was a tree. So he says to this German guy, he says, you know why you hate us? Because you are like this asavim. Like wheat, like grass. Yeah, you are like grass in the field, and we, the Jews, we like the tree. Yeah, so that's why you hate us. Yeah, because we don't need you. That's why you hate us. If we need you, so you won't. But we don't need you. We're getting along without. We have big roots inside that. And then, okay, he went to wherever he went, and he's thinking to himself, when did it come to me? How do I know it? Who said? Okay, I closed his mouth, yeah? But what does it mean? We like a tree, we have big roots, we have, what does it mean? You know, and slowly he thought about it, and he said, listen, maybe I'm right, maybe we have roots, maybe I have to check it, maybe I have to connect myself to these roots, and listen how it goes. Mordechai did the same, but with much higher knowledge. Yeah, but the knowledge comes from the same place. We have something in, you know, like the going says the Jewish genim,
Gentiles.
Genim, like what you father give to his kids and the kids give to
Generations.
Inheritance? Inheritance? Or tradition?
It's not. It's natural, you know. Like
genes.
Genes. Yeah. That's like genim, you know. I tell you, we had a friend in the yeshiva, American guy, you know. So everything he could understand. What he didn't understand, he thought, what is the root of this word, and he got it. You know, but all these words, you know, like genim, intelligentsia, all these words that we say in Hebrew with this Hebrew accent. Yeah. He doesn't know, he couldn't get it, you know, he had to ask someone, what does it mean? Intelligentsia, what is intelligentsia? Intelligentsia, you don't know what is intelligentsia? Intelligence. Genim, what is genim?
Some of the hardest words to read in Ivrit are the ones that are translated.
Yeah. They say it's written in Hebrew, but it's in English. Or
I look at it.
Like okay, Aleph, Vav, Kuf, Yud, Yud.
Yeah. Okay. Find out what does it mean. So, but these genes, you know, we have it. We have it if we keep the Torah. We don't keep the Torah. You have these genes. You know, like you know, when the Germans, when Haman wants to kill all the Jews, he's not mistaken. He's right, you know, because if you don't kill all of them, you leave one of them, they fill out the world again, you know, and with some genes, with the same seichel, with the same Torah, with the same everything, they will grow up again. Yeah. Because the root is there. The root we have inside it. So Mordechai had this root, you know, I know Hashem is here, and I know everything that happens is Hashem is doing it. So when Esther is taken to the king, he doesn't say, you know, wow, you know, Hashem, why do you do it to me? I'm a tzaddik, I'm a good boy, Esther is a good girl, you know, she was only 75 years old, yeah, but she's a good girl, you know, and everything is okay, you know. Why do you do it to us? No. He's looking out. What is happening? What is going on? And then he saw and he understand, you know, that this is, and he sent her to the king. She says to him, you know, I'm going to die. The king has to call me. I cannot go to the king. The king has to call me. If I'm coming to the king and the king is not happy with me, no, he's killing me. Sister, listen, this is why you are there. This is why you are there. So she goes and she is there and everything goes okay. And then we have the big party of Purim. Okay, so there was a Gzera and there was a big Yeshua, big salvation, and we have a big party, but what happened, you know? What do you want from me? After all this story, what do you want from me? You know? Okay, let's say it was because we enjoyed the party of the Achashverosh. Okay, so what was the punishment? To kill me? No, it wasn't the punishment because it didn't happen in the end. So what was the punishment? The fear, and 3 days that we had to fast before Esther went to the king. That was the punishment. Yeah? And it's okay, you know, instead of enjoying going, you know, getting along with them, getting among them, being one with them. So we are separate. And we are afraid and we fast. Okay, this is the punishment. If it was because we bowed to the statue of Nebuchadnezzar, again, you are belong to me, you are my people, and then that's it. So you are separate from the other people. You don't do what other people do. And what Mordechai didn't bow to Haman, this is what you should do. Because the danger that you take, keeping the Torah, is the right danger you should take. If it helps you or if it doesn't help you, like someone tells you to bow to a statue, and there's 10 Jews there, you cannot do it. So maybe you will have a miracle and you will be saved. Maybe not. Like Rabbi Akiva wasn't saved physically, but he got to his place. He did what he had to do. And this is what I have to do. I have to do what I have to do. It's not a matter if I will have a miracle or I won't. I have to do what I have to do. So this was the punishment. But we know that it's not enough that we have a punishment. We have to learn what to do. Especially if it's for generations. Yeah, now the Purim and the party and the Megillah and all this. So what we do, we have a good Suda. Yeah, we get drunk. Yeah, we send Mishloach Manot, like food to each other, and we give tzedakah. You want to sit and eat together? Eat with your friends, with your Jewish friends. You want to help someone? Help your Jewish friends. You want to know who is the Balabait? To check yourself, if you know, get drunk. What you speak when you are drunk is where you are really. If you speak about the Bursa, so you're in the Bursa. If you speak about Torah, so you're in the Torah. You speak whatever you speak when you're drunk, this is who you are. Then you can check if you have this point of Atah ho'et al hadat. So I'm not expecting from myself to be like Mordechai. But like this guy, the story of this guy that suddenly, wow, he thinks about the tree, about the roots. I would like to, like this I would like to be, I'm supposed to be like this. So this is what we have to take out from Purim, to know, and Purim with this Torah. There's Atah ho'et al hadat. I have a knowledge in my brain that it's part of me, that Hashem is here all the time, and He is doing everything that is happening all the time. I know it. I have this power. I was born with it, and you had to buy it. Yeah? But I have to buy it also, all the time. Higher and higher and higher and higher. So in Purim, the main point in Purim is when you are drunk, try to if you can go out to the Sadeh, to the field, very nice. But if not, like if you go to the Beit Knesset where I daven in Breslov, yeah. So you see everybody is dancing and all the time there's someone with his face to the wall. He's speaking to Hashem. Now after he danced and he drank, he started davening to Hashem. He started crying, Hashem. This is the time to check myself. This is the time to speak to Hashem. To tell him, I want to be with this knowledge. But all the time, not only when I have a good time, I want to live like this. I want to live like Mordechai. I'm sorry, but I want to live like Mordechai. Really, I want to be like Mordechai. Okay, maybe I'm not there, and I don't know if I get there, in my 80 years or whatever I have here. I don't know, but I want to be there.
120.
120. Okay, thank you.
120 in one day.
Right.
And one day, yeah. What do you say to a man on his 120th birthday?
Many more.
Have a good day.
Moshe Rabbeinu was 120 in one day when he was nifted.
So what they told him, have a good day. Have a good day. Aye.
Send us a postcard.
Huh?
Send us a postcard.
If we would get a postcard from there, we would believe. Even though that there's a whole book of I forgot her name. A woman, doctor. No, not Jewish. That speaks about life after death, and she took all the
near-death experiences.
Yeah.
Right.
You know this?
I've read about it.
Yeah,
Everyone who's had this,
yeah.
it's all the same.
Yeah.
The story is all the same.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So there is life after that, and there is a judgment after all this story, and there is this teaching, that we have to look every point of our life. We have to look what we are doing, what we are speaking, what we are eating. We have to look on every point and know Hashem is here, and I am Mordechai of this time. I the hero of my movie is me. The hero of my life is me. It has nothing to do with it. It's not that I'm better, but each one of us, he's the hero of his life, and he has to run his life. And each one has different movie altogether. It looks from outside, it looks the same, but when Hillel is doing Shlom Bayit. So he can tell you, someone that has a problem with his wife, usually it's shtuyot, usually it's not serious. The beginning of the problem is not serious. Yeah? But what is the problem? One didn't take his head down. He said, okay, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I will be a good boy. Even if it's the same one all the time, But if there's one that can put himself down, okay, you're right, nachon, you're right, I'm sorry, I won't do it anymore. But it's 100 times you told me already you won't do it anymore. Nachon, what I can do? I can't tell you have the problem. It's not my problem. I can't say because you cannot see it. But I can take it. And every time I tell you it's okay, be a good boy, it won't happen again, you cool down and everything is going okay and life is continuing. So, but if both of them want to be the balabait, it doesn't work, But this is This is my story. This is my movie that I'm making this movie. The same with the kids. You see the kids. What can you do with them? So sometimes you can be, wow, no, you're gonna. Then they get to 15, 16. What can you say? Do what I tell you. You can say it. No problem. To say you have the choice, you can say it. But what will happen out of it, it's nothing good will come out of it. Nothing good. A friend of mine also, he told me, he had a problem with his daughter. She was 17, I think. Wow, and she was dressed, Hashem Yerachem, not like he wanted to. Anyway, but so he went to the shop and he bought a skirt and a shirt like he wanted, and they went to a wedding, and he knew how she's going to look. So he said, I can't take it, I'm not going to take it. So he brought it, put it in a nice chavila, and gave it to her. Yeah, I brought you a present. And she was so happy. Wow, you bought me a present. My father, she was happy, When she opens it, she opened it. She said, sure. Wow, she can't say It doesn't look good. Her father bought her a present. And she looks and says, wow. Where she went, she changed it. You know, she wore it in this wedding she had. He could shout, he could scream, he could do many things, but it doesn't work, you know. Like maybe in the old days, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, maybe it could work, you know, I don't know. But in our days, it doesn't work. You know, I have to look. How do I want my movie to look like? How do I want to arrange it? And this is the miracles that we are told. This is how you make a miracle. You look and you move with the thing, with what happens, with whatever goes on. This is what you give. You should give to your kids also. Listen, you have to look what is happening, what's happening around you. Yeah, what's going on around you. You know, the kids come now from school. I don't know. And maybe it was also in when I was in school. I don't remember. You know, but the way they speak about the teachers, you know, I don't remember. I spoke like this. I don't remember. Maybe I did. You know, but I don't think so. You know. What can you don't speak like this about teachers? It's not right. He can shout. No. So he will shout. He will stop speaking in front of you. He won't speak. But not in front of you. He will. But if you teach him, you know, listen. The teacher is a human being. They come out of a house with kids. You know, let's say a teacher. You know, a woman teacher. She has to feed, she has to make sandwiches for the kids, she has to keep the house clean, she has to take care, you know. She comes to you, you know, she prepares the shiur, she works hard for it. So you think she's not clever. She doesn't have seichel. You think so, you know, but she worked hard, you know. Like if you work hard and you cook a nice meal, yeah, and someone says, you don't feel good about it. You worked hard. It didn't come out so good like you wanted to come out, and I want to eat something good. But I cannot just say like this. No, the teacher had work done here. You know, give respect to the work that she gave. She hasn't got second. Okay. So the head minister, you know, made a mistake bringing her to be a teacher, but she's working. Make her a little bit respect. You say it again and again and again and again. It goes in, you know. And when is the test? If your education worked?
When they have children.
When they have children. When they get married, when they build their house, and they have children, then you see if you made it or not. Before this, you don't see anything. Or maybe on some kids you can see. Yeah, on some kids you can see. I have to say that on some kids you can see, because on some kids but most of them you see only after they get married and how they treat their kids and what they keep in their house. Then you know what you made and what not. The same with your private business. You know, wherever is your private business. You know, you try, you do, you look good. And you pray good, and I don't know if I told you last time. You know, someone told me like this. You know, he says to Hashem, "Give me a parnasa." No parnasa. Okay, I'm going to every day, 1 hour, Gemara. Okay, 1 week, 2 weeks, months, 2 months. No, give me parnasa. Okay, every day, Tehillim. Quarter of an hour, Tehillim. Okay, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, nothing. Okay, every day, half an hour, halacha. Okay, nothing, you know. It says after 5 years, I see all my day is full with Torah and Tefillah and everything. No parnasa, but a lot of Torah, you know. So salvation with parnasa I didn't get, but salvation with Torah I did get, you know. Okay, I'm trying to do my good. whatever Hashem does is good. So this is the Purim, the Megillah, like you look from the Torah Nun Dalet where we got up to now, and we're going to have a big celebration because now it's also very, very hard times. Very hard times. It's the worst times, like really very bad times. When Jews has problem with Jews, it's when you have problems with non-Jewish people and they hate you and they make you okay, I understand. But if like my brother is against me, what can I do? What can I do? I can shoot him. What can I do? I cannot do anything. I can run away. I cannot run away. It's family. How can you run away from family? It doesn't go. We live in the same house. What can you do? And it's like speaking it's like the same with what it was when the Bet HaMikdash was here and we had all these fights. I have to find
we have to get you a very big microphone.
Yeah, I had a dream like this. I'm going with a big speaker, like loudspeaker.
Megaphone.
Megaphone. Next to the Bursa or the Yahalomim in Ramat Gan, and shouting there. But Be'ezrat Hashem.
Well, the whole world is getting a fuch.
The whole world.
My daughter in Muncie just took a job in the helping the lunchroom of the yeshiva katana there, and she says the midot of the boys in the yeshiva is unbelievable. All coming from homes, all shomer mitzvot and Torah homes and what have you, and the midot, the way they act toward the teachers and way they act to the women working in the lunchroom is terrible. I'm very surprised. Very upset by it.
This is
50, 60 years ago, 100 years ago, when I was a kid, if you acted up to the teachers, your parents are, that's it, you don't talk that way to the teachers. Today, wow, I got to get the teachers. The teachers talking to my kid, that's no good. The teachers are wrong. It's all
upside down. And we don't know it. Like, what this old guy knows.
If we have
he had his time, and he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Now it's the new ages. You have to be in. What is in? What does it mean in? To fight each other, and whoever is stronger with his hands or with his mouth, he's the one that has justice in his hands.
If we have our eyes open, you see the whole Yad Hashem. The whole matzav of the world. Look what happened in America. You have a guy who never held a job, and now has the most powerful position in the world. And he never held a real job. And if you look at the whole chain of events that led to him coming into the Oval Office and becoming president, it's amazing. Like you were saying, it's just, this is an accident, this is an accident, this is an accident, but all happened. It has to be, it's like, who made Haman the prime minister of Persia? I mean, it's... Hashem is setting things up for something. Hopefully it'll be good and we won't have tsar.
It definitely will be good.
It should be without tsar. The
Ben Ish Chai says, why the chutzpah is so strong now? Because to find the truth, you have to be on the spot, And he says, and in the old days, when someone saw someone with a white beard, and he straight away said, Harav, Rabbi, yes, this is his hand now. And now, when he sees like this, he says to him, who are you?
Right.
But only in this way, you find a way. Only say, who are you? I want to know who are you? What do you give to me? What do you do for me? You are the Rav. You have to give me. I have to know what you're giving me. So Hashem Yazor, B'ezrat Hashem, Geula Shlema.
Amen.
Amen.
And B'mehera B'yameinu.
Amen. And we should have these Nevuah of Zechariah without the tsar that he talks about.
Without the tsar. Amen. And there's no Chadis today because we are going to Meron.
I know.
You know?
I mean, I know you're going because Erev Rosh Chodesh.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I didn't go.
You spent Shabbos in Meron?
Yeah, we're going for Shabbos to Meron.
So what's going on